same high school that everybody else you know.
No, he
Okay.
did not go to the high school in town that seemingly everybody in the world went to. But I do know Lane, and I like Lane.
Yeah.
I respect Lane a lot. So Lane takes the job at LSU.
Right.
And seemingly every single person that you come in contact with has some take of Lane did Ole Miss dirty. Why did he do it that way? I can answer all of these questions.
Oh, okay.
Because they're all very, very simple to understand. LSU is a better job than Ole Miss. It's not close.
Right. Makes sense.
I would make the argument, and I have made the argument, I think LSU is the best job in the country. And that's what Lane Kiffin now has.
Yeah.
We are in a time in college football that we are this is as arms race as it gets. You are in an arms race of how much money can you spend in NIL?
Yep.
How much money can you spend on your assistants? How much support do you have from the administration in getting the players that you want? I'm not telling you he had issues at Ole Miss because he didn't. He enjoyed Ole Miss. He's been very open and honest about that. He said in his introductory press conference tonight at LSU, this was the best years of my life.
Right.
Lane has made a lot of missteps over the years. He was head coach of the at that time Oakland Raiders, now the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yep.
He was the youngest coach in the NFL since John Madden. He wasn't ready for that job. He wasn't ready for the job of being the head coach of the Tennessee Volunteers.
Right.
Still young, still dumb, still learning his way in life. But I feel like people hold those decisions against him in a way that I've never really seen happen to anybody else. And I start here to ask this question. When you were 31 years old, how many decisions did you make that you would want held against you when you're 50?
It's a good question. I just turned 32, so I can answer a lot of those.
At the net root of everything that's happening with LSU, he took the best job in the country with a very flawed calendar with the NCAA. This is an NCAA problem, not a Lane Kiffin problem.
Right.
If you want to be mad at somebody, that's fine. You can be mad. I'm not upset at you for being mad. But you're wrong. Where you're wrong is you're mad at the wrong person. Call-in line is open, 864-240-5480. That's 864-240-5480. We want to hear your opinion. And our call-in question of the night, who's right? Ole Miss or Lane Kiffin? It's very simple. I want to hear your opinions on it. I've been hearing opinions on social media all day long. I want to hear the opinions of Greenville, South Carolina, and the surrounding areas that are listening to us here on Overtime, Fox Sports Upstate 104.9 FM in the upstate of South Carolina. Text line also open, 864-777-9593. That's our text-in line. If you don't have enough time or you got a quick text, just quick comment that you want to get in there, text line's 864-777-9593. And as we are always, we're brought to you by Ingles Markets. You can find them online, ingles-markets.com. And this week, get 400 Ingles fuel points with a $75 curbside order now through the end of the year.
That's nice.
I don't understand why anybody goes into the grocery store to buy their groceries.
Thank you.
If somebody will bring them to me, why would I not do that?
Right.
And it's free with a minimum $35 order.
Oh, you can't beat that.
Go to shop.ingles-markets.com. Choose your items. They'll bring them out to you at your scheduled time. Limited time only. Trey, I have not asked your opinion on Lane Kiffin. I want your 30,000-foot view on Lane.
The 30,000-foot view, yes. I look at it and, I apply it to life in the sense of I don't know that I could fault anybody for taking a better job. Like, if you were to come to me, you'd be like, Trey, it's been great, but I found a new job doing whatever it is that Jeremy wants to go do. Then by all means, go for it. If it pays better, if it betters your family, I can't fault you. I do get this I do understand, I guess, the side of it from, he quit on his team, but at the same time, and we just talked about it, you just alluded to it, it's an NCAA problem. It doesn't make any sense to me And this is the part that boggles my mind, that you have an organization or whatever you want to call it with the NCAA that puts so much value on the college playoffs, on the national championship, that you live by the national championship, you die by the national championship, and that dictates how long you're going to be a coach, and your coaching can be cut short in 2 years because of it. Yet we allow players and we allow coaches to leave before the playoffs even really get started. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, if I can leave now, it doesn't make any sense, because you put so much stock into the national championship. And for Lane Kiffin, I mean, if he wants to take the LSU job, they'll probably wait on him. But at the same time, they're going to be courting other coaches. They're going to be looking around, because these other coaches have time, because the window is open right now. So you have to jump on your chance if you want it.
I think it's so funny that for so many years we talked about, college players, they just get housed in this.
Right.
Because a coach can leave and a coach can move anytime he wants to.
Yep.
But the players are stuck here because there's transfer rules. There's all these different rules.
Yep.
Well, then what happened?
We
Changed the rules.
Yeah.
Now the players can transfer anytime they want to. There is no loyalty in this sport.
Right.
You might want there to be.
Just a little bit.
Find it for me. Find me the kid, and I could bring on 100 guests to say exactly what I'm getting ready to say. These are 18, 19, 20-year-old kids that have been told they're the man since they were 6 years old.
Yep.
My question to you would be, the kids that have come to Ole Miss, how many of them came to Ole Miss because it was Ole Miss? How many came because it was Lane Kiffin?
That's a good question.
I don't know why all these people are upset today. It's not because Lane Kiffin left. I think anybody that understands college football to any reasonable facsimile understands why you would leave Ole Miss, who's had 4 10-win seasons outside of Lane Kiffin since the invention of the telephone, 1958, if you're curious. I did the math earlier. Ole Miss is not a premier program.
Right.
Lane Kiffin made them a premier program.
Yes.
Without Lane, great chance they revert back to what they were. Could Pete Golding make them, I hate to use this word again, but a facsimile of what Lane had? Sure. Pete's been a high-end recruiter for Lane for years.
Right.
A lot of these guys are here that were primarily recruited by Pete Golding. But what happens to the offense? I've heard that today, too. But Lane took all the coaches. Lane told them that if they weren't on the plane, then there's no spot for you in Baton Rouge. Did Lane say that to you?
Right, yeah. Where are you pulling that from?
Did Lane tell you that, or did you get that off a website somewhere? Because it's funny. Lane Kiffin said that wasn't true.
Yeah.
So that wasn't true at all. Charlie Weiss Jr., the offensive coordinators, decided to come with him.
Yeah.
And I don't blame him. He got his start with Lane Kiffin. Right. He wants to go to LSU with Lane Kiffin. I get why you're angry. I don't get who you're angry at. Call-in lines open. And, Trey, I believe we have someone on line 1.
Hey, Jeremy, it's Bill Workman.
Hey, Bill, how are you?
Living a life, man. Loving the show, doing a hell of a job.
Thank you, sir.
I think you're right when you're saying Lane Kiffin had no choice but to take the LSU job. It's a top 5 job in college football. I think the real villain in all of this, the NCAA. They got to fix it, man.
Bill, that's a great point. We appreciate your call. And I think I know where he's going with that. If you look at the calendar and the way this is all set up, the transfer portal opens the day after the quarterfinal games.
Right.
We still have 4 teams left, but nobody can explain to me why. Well, we have to get the players into school. No, you don't. No, you don't. We have partial qualifiers all the time.
Right.
We have guys reclassify all the time. We have kids that graduate high school in 3 years all the time. I don't know where you went to high school. I went to a Carolina-based high school. It was physically impossible for me to graduate early.
Yeah.
Weird. Every premier basketball recruit and football recruit in the country finds a way to graduate a semester early.
Right.
I don't want to hear student athlete. Student athlete's the greatest cop-out in the history of sports. Because if you notice, the NCAA only uses it when it benefits them. Why is the schedule this way? I'll answer that question. The schedule is this way because it's harder for the NCAA to fix it.
Right.
Because you have to step up on your podium and put on your big boy pants and tell people how it's going to be. And you haven't wanted to do that since the Supreme Court told you had to pay players.
Right.
You've sat in the corner and let yourself get kicked in the pants as many times as you can by as many people as you can, and you do absolutely nothing to stop it. Then a situation like this comes up, and we all hit our own insecurities. You and I would say we're pretty good at what we do. We don't have autonomy like this.
Right.
We don't have people from all over the country coming to us going, we'll pay you 3 times what you're used to making just to come down here. Most people don't have that. Most people don't have the ability to move wherever they want to because they're the best in their industry at what they do. And I've heard every excuse in the book. Well, Lane hasn't won a national championship. Do you know how many active college football coaches have won a national championship?
Probably not a lot.
It's 3.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Ryan Day.
Right.
Clemson's Dabo Swinney. And Kirby Smart. That's it. There are no more.
Yeah.
That is all we have. Because Urban Meyer has stopped doing this. Nick Saban has stopped doing this. The litany of LSU coaches, whether it be Go Tigers himself, Ed Orgeron, Les Miles, all those guys are out of the sport. It's a young man's game. Lane Kiffin is the one coach in college football that is still at such a young age that you view him as a young coach.
Right.
But he has enough of a track record that you know what he is, and he's been a plush recruiter. And then there's one caveat, because Kirby Smart would fit into that too. He's available. Why does Lane Kiffin jump jobs? Because he can. Do I think he'll do it to LSU? No, I don't. Because LSU's a premier job, and there's really not more premier out there.
Right.
At least not that he can get.
Yeah.
Ryan Day's entrenched at Ohio State. Kirby Smart's entrenched at Georgia. I think Kalen DeBoer's entrenched at Alabama if he doesn't leave for Penn State, which I will say that has started up again. And I don't know who's going to coach Penn State. I have a funny feeling that we're going to know in the next week, though. Calling lines open. We have a caller on line 1. Trey, who is this?
Jeremy, Trey, what's going on, fellas?
That is the vending machine king who somehow, no matter how good I am picking games, he always stays 5 games ahead of me.
That's what he does.
He's like a NASCAR driver that's figured out the perfect line.
Yeah.
And I can get to 2 car lengths behind him, and then as soon as I do, I kind of slip in the corner, and there he goes again.
Oh, man. You know, I don't even study those. I was telling John and them earlier, I don't really study no stats or nothing, man. When I go to pick, I kind of just look at the records and where the home field advantage is, or who's the better quarterback, or who's the better coach. I mean, I just kind of keep it simple. I don't even study it real hard. You know, I don't look at the lines, who's over or under, nothing. I just kind of go on my gut, man.
I like that. Chad, what can we do for you tonight, my friend?
Oh, man, I was going to kind of comment on Lane Kiffin. I called into Rich and John's show earlier, and I was kind of crapping on Lane, saying, man, he shouldn't be leaving his team and leaving his boys up in the air like that and not coaching them through the playoffs. But I'm going to have to, after hearing y'all talk, man, I'm going to have to agree with you and Bill, man. It's the NCAA's problem. It's their fault, not Kiffin's fault. Kiffin's just playing the game, and he's playing it well, you know.
Lane Kiffin over the course of the last week. The reason, and I'm going to give you a little behind closed doors here. I'm not going to tell you Lane told me this himself because he didn't. But I've known that he was going to LSU for days. The whole reason this took as long as it did, and that we had Marty Smith that's he's at Ole Miss War Room, and it looks like Marty's he's getting more haggard by the minute. It looks like he needs a sandwich. I think at some point he was dune hopping a van to get to Lane. That's not Lane's fault. Lane wanted to meet with his players. He wanted to say this face-to-face. He wanted to coach his team. I, to a point, understand why you don't want that. I think it's misguided.
Right.
But I get it. Lane tried everything in his power not to do this the way it happened. And I understand. And Chad, I actually heard what you said on John's show earlier. I can't disagree with you about any of it. I know Lane. I like Lane. I understand why people wouldn't. I get that. If you want to be mad at Lane about what he did at Tennessee, I get it. If you want to be mad about how he handled the Raiders or how he handled things after USC, I get all of that. This is one where I feel like he's being vilified, and the villain is that 4-letter acronym that can't get their act together.
Yeah, I'm going to have to retract my statement on that. I agree with you, man. I think he's getting – it's the NCAA's fault, man.
I do have to ask you really quick.
Their system is just so jacked up, man. They need some kind of commissioner or committee or something to enforce and to make rules and enforce them and control this thing, man. Especially the NIL thing.
So
it's going to get way out of hand. before it gets better.
One of the names that I'm called is the OBCTE, and I will volunteer as tribute so long as the NCAA will acknowledge me. Chad, I do have one question for you. Just our next topic is about the Carolina Panthers. I know you're a big Carolina Panther fan. Real quick, give me your take on Carolina this weekend because they're starting to make blood come out of my ears.
Man, they're doing exactly what I've been predicting all year. Jeremy, they gonna do it. They can make in the playoffs, man. They gonna make a good run, I believe. Canales has got that team playing. Morgan has made some really good picks in the draft. Man, I'm kind of excited. I think we're gonna see the playoffs this year. I honestly do. If we can beat the Saints and split with the Bucks, and maybe the Bucks lose a couple games or another game or two, I think we're there. I think we might can take the division.
Chad, we appreciate you, my friend, and I will tell you, I'm still learning how to do transitions and things like that. You're really going to like what I have to say 3 minutes from now. You're in the overtime. He's Trey Falco. I'm Jeremy Greene. Call-in lines open, 864-240-5480. After the break, we're going to talk about the Carolina Panthers, and I'm telling you, nobody on the earth's been more accurate than Chad. And I'm starting to come around to his way of thinking, and I'm going to say something that I never thought I would say. It's 104.9 FM, Fox Sports Upstate. The Overtime. He's Trey Falco. I'm Jeremy Greene. We'll be back right after this.
No more waiting. Your goals start now. This Cyber Monday, take your workouts around the world with Nordic Track and iFit. Save big on treadmills, bikes, and rowers at NordicTrack.com. Nordic Track. Train anywhere. Explore everywhere. The world needs Sesame Street. And right now, Sesame needs you. Donate today at sesame.org/iHeart. That's SESAME.org/iHeart.
Elmo loves you. Thanks for making a difference.
Whether you're checking out a new piece of tech, concert tickets, or some festive bling, you can earn 20% cash back when you pay in 4 with PayPal. From now through December 8th. No fees, no interest. But this Black Friday special offer won't last forever. Act now to get this limited time offer.
Save the offer in the app to get 20% cash back when you pay in 4 from now through December 8th. PayPal. Expires 12/8. See paypal.com/promo terms. Subject to approval. Learn more at paypal.com/pay-in-4. PayPal Inc. NMLS 910457.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever. Best sleep with the flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
The model year-end sale is rolling strong at Harley-Davidson at Greenville. Ride now with 0 down and no payments until 2026 on remaining 2024 models. New Road Glides starting at just $349 a month. Inventory is moving fast. Don't miss your chance to save big before these bikes are gone. Visit 30 Chrome Drive in Greenville or upstateharley.com. Harley-Davidson at Greenville, where fall freedom rides.
Hey, I'm Steffi. You may know me from your social feed. I go big for the holidays, so I'm going to Famous Footwear because the best gifts are giving famous. My friends and family are gonna love all these styles from Nike, Adidas, Crocs, New Balance, Skechers, and more. With over 800 stores, you're never far from the perfect gift. So make your list and make it famous. Come in today for buy one pair, get one half off at your local Famous Footwear or famous.com. Some exclusions apply.
We all have regrets. That haircut, that text, missing out on Kohl's Cyber Days. Good news, you can fix at least one of those. Get up to 50% off gifts for everyone on your list. Sunday and Monday only at Kohl's. From cozy favorites to top toys, you've got 2 days until you miss out. Don't let Cyber Days be the sale that got away. Save at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Select styles, offer ends December 1st. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
It's the Overtime 104.9 FM, Fox Sports Upstate. He's Trey Falco. I'm Jeremy Greene. And we're talking Lane Kiffin. We're talking Carolina Panthers. We're talking about whatever you want to talk about. Call-in line is open. You can get in touch with us by the call-in line, 864-240-5480, 864-240-5480. We have somebody on the line. Who is this?
It's Ron.
Hey, Ron. Ron. There we go.
Yeah.
How are you tonight, Ron?
Yeah, I'm doing good. How y'all doing?
Oh, living the dream, recovering from Thanksgiving.
I hear you. I got a question for Trey.
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay, Trey, if, talking about getting a better job and everything, if you had a chance to produce Ron Scarborough's Evening Sports page, would you leave and go do it?
Is this Ron Scarborough?
Yeah.
Hey, Ron, how you been? I might have to take that offer.
Well, I guess I've been all right, Trey. Had some real bad health problems.
Well, I hate to hear that. How was your Thanksgiving?
I had a good Thanksgiving. I just, enjoy watching the ball games, keeping up with everything.
Go ahead.
But it was, it's so good to hear your voice. We don't get cornbread no more, so I listen to you guys.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate you listening. It's good hearing your voice as well. It's been a while. It's been a few years now.
I reckon how many years it's been?
5, 6?
We are uniters, not dividers here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you guess over 15 years?
I wouldn't guess that much. That's been a while.
Yeah. You were my first producer. And I did the high school scoreboard show 25 years on 3 different channels.
Yeah, those are good times. I remember that.
Yeah, I just want to tell you, I really enjoy listening to you guys. Keep up the good work, okay?
We appreciate you, Ron. We thank you for the call. Call-in line is open here in the overtime. It's 864-240-5480. Before the break, we were talking about the Carolina Panthers straight. Did you happen to see that my number one team in the NFL, the Los Angeles Rams, came to Charlotte, lost to the Panthers? That's after last Monday night where we were live on air and watched the Panthers force 4 turnovers and they couldn't score.
They couldn't do anything. This is the most Jekyll and Hyde team I've ever seen.
They're bipolar. Yeah. I'm telling you, this team is bipolar. The good is so good.
Yeah.
The bad is infuriating.
Yeah.
But I will say this. If I was voting for NFL Coach of the Year right now, Dave Canales is going to be on my ballot.
I like that. Right.
And here's why I say this. Chad's been very accurate about this team. I've heard several Panther fans that were much higher on the Carolina Panthers than I was.
Yeah.
They're getting something out of Bryce Young. It's just inconsistent.
Yeah.
Name me a young quarterback that's not.
Oh,
Drake May's been great, but they played nobody.
Right.
Bryce Young largely has been inconsistent against teams that are pretty good. He smoked the Falcons. The Falcons are terrible.
Let's say they take them down, what, two 1 seeds, I think?
Yeah. They beat the Rams, who to me that's the best team in the NFL.
That's the list.
And by the way, I still feel that way.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
West Coast team coming east in 1 o'clock game is always a trap. You get Matthew Stafford playing in weather. There are 2 quarterbacks in the NFL you never trust in weather. Jared Goff, Matthew Stafford. And they both spent a lot of their time in Ford Field, which is climate controlled and awesome.
Yes.
And I do not think there's an irony to that. And I say all that to say this. I don't think Dave Canales is the coach of the year. I think he should be on the ballot. I think he should finish second, third. That team can win this division. If you look at what Carolina has, they play the New Orleans Saints after the bye week.
Right.
You got a bye week here to get healthy, happy, and wise.
Yes.
You play the New Orleans Saints in New Orleans. Coming off a bye, there is absolutely no excuse that a well-coached team should lose that game. Then you get 2 with the Buccaneers, with 1 with Seahawks in between that. That game with the Seahawks is in Carolina. And there's a great chance that game's going to be early. What did we just see with the Rams? West Coast team coming east in the 1 o'clock slate.
Yep.
By the way, Sam Darnold, one of my closest friends in the NFL. Also not always the best on the road that I've ever seen. There's a possibility Carolina wins out here. Do I think they're going to do it? No. I think they're going to go 3-1.
Right. There's a path.
I think they beat Seattle in Carolina. I think they split with the Buccaneers. I think they beat the Saints. If you do that, there is a great chance you win this division. Let me tell you why. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are 7-5 right now, so they're one game ahead of Carolina in the loss column. Who do they have for the rest of the season?
It's a good question. I have to look.
New Orleans Saints,
right? Okay.
Atlanta Falcons, in Atlanta, at Carolina, at the Dolphins, and against the Panthers.
Okay.
Todd Bowles was the coach of my New York Jets. I often say Todd Bowles is one guy that will never dupe me ever because I've watched this for so long that I know what he's going to do before he does it. The number one time you should be scared of Todd Bowles is when you have an expectation of him. And right now you look at that schedule and go, oh, well, of course they're going to beat the Saints in Tampa Bay. And I agree with you there. Of course they're going to beat the Falcons. The Falcons have long been a bugaboo of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah.
That game's in Tampa Bay, but it's on a Thursday night. Thursday night has some weird ways of producing some weird results.
Yeah.
Especially when you have a team that's playing for their coach because Raheem Morris has 1 foot in the grave, 1 foot on a banana peel. Then they play at the Panthers. That's on a long week.
Yeah, yeah.
I actually think there's a great chance Carolina loses in Charlotte and then beats them in Tampa Bay. Then you play the Dolphins. Do the Dolphins look like the same team that they did a month ago?
Hell no.
You know why? Because they're playing for the coach.
Right.
Because they know Mike McDaniel has a chance to keep his job. This schedule looks really easy for Tampa Bay. Knowing what I know about Todd Bowles, this has He Goes Boo Boo Kitty written all over it. All over it.
Right.
Call-in lines open, 864-240-5480. Someone on line one. Who's this? Hello, caller on line one. Oh, I believe we lost that one. Whoever that was, call us back. 864-240-5480. Text line also open, 864-777-9593. Trey, I think we have somebody on the – oh, there it is. Stephen Towle. I'm still learning this text thing. We don't have a text button where I'm used to.
You got all the other fancy stuff.
We have YouTube, and that's helpful.
Yeah.
But I always forget to check this button. Stephen Towle said it earlier, but why are successful coaches the ones that aren't supposed to change jobs? It's crazy. Who wouldn't take a promotion? That's the question I've asked about Lane Kiffin the entire time. Lane's a good coach with a really good history in college football, but really break down where he's been. So he took the Raiders job way too early.
Yeah.
And I will maintain that for the rest of my life. He took that job way too early. He gets the Tennessee job. He's there for a year. That's coming off the Raiders because he had never – his first head coaching job was in the NFL. Goes 7-6 at Tennessee. Offense looked pretty good. They appeared to have some momentum, and then what happens? Mama calls.
Right.
It's the old Bobby Bowden. When Mama calls, you don't turn her down.
Yeah.
USC was where he wanted to be. He goes to USC, and there's this belief of, oh, well, Lane was so bad at USC. He was 28-15.
Oh.
He was 28-15. Won 2 out of every 3 games he played. Yeah, they only went to a Sun Bowl. I get that. He still wasn't a bad coach. Then he gets exiled to the land of misfit toys because he gets fired on the tarmac.
Right.
Spends 3 years at Florida Atlantic. He went 11-3, 5-7, 11-3. 2 Boca Raton Bowls. How many Boca Raton Bowls has FAU been to since? Not many.
No. Yeah.
Ole Miss, land of misfit toys. Lane shows up, 6 bowl games in a row. 5-5 in the COVID year, 10-3, 8-5, 11-2, 10-3, 11-1. Think about that record and tell me how many programs in America wouldn't sign up for that right now. We get to the playoff in a 5-year period. We win double-digit games 4 times. We get to a college football playoff in one of those 4.
Right.
Could have gotten to it the year before.
Stephen makes a really good point here too, because it feels like, I mean, I guess it's all of sports to a degree, but it feels like it's pretty honed in here on college football. The fact that we demand loyalty from coaches, players, as fans, unless they suck. And then we want them to go away.
Mm-hmm.
So why are they not deserving the same sort of loyalty? I get he makes a good point. Good coaches are the only ones that aren't expected to change jobs.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, it's funny. We're getting ready to go into this playoff. We've got championship week this weekend.
Yep.
We're going to talk about that in the next hour. including the SEC championship game, where we will be live on site.
Yeah.
Little Georgia, Alabama. I have a specific take that we're going to talk about, and can we pick that dog?
Ooh, okay.
I said this when all of the things happened, when the Supreme Court ruling came down that NIL was a thing. I said the NCAA has to get in front of this, or this will become the Wild Wild West very quickly. And it has. Step by step, day by day, it's gotten worse and worse and worse. But we're getting ready to go into this playoff where we have James Madison. We have Tulane. We have North Texas. All three of their coaches have taken other jobs. Chesney took the UCLA job today, goes from JMU to UCLA. Morris at North Texas takes the Oklahoma State job. John Summerall takes the Florida job. All three of those teams make the playoffs. You know what their teams have already said? We'll let them coach.
Huh.
They don't care where they went because they know what they are.
Right.
But they're not in the same conference. Who cares? If Lane's going to take your players, you're going to lose your players regardless.
Right. It's going to happen.
We don't. The line they kept using was, we don't want this to be a commercial for Lane at LSU. You know what's been a commercial for Lane at LSU? The last 6 years of him at Ole Miss.
Right.
You were the one that knew what you knew what you were getting into bed with. You knew what he did to Tennessee. You knew what happened at USC. You knew what happened at Florida Atlantic because you stole him from Florida Atlantic.
Right.
You know, it's weird. Nobody was upset when he left the FAU job to come to Ole Miss. Not one person. Nobody was upset that he didn't coach the Boca Raton Bowl. Oh, weird. Nobody cared that he gave up on his players then.
Right.
You know why you care now? You know why Ole Miss fans are clamoring for this now? Because they know there's a great chance they never get back here. They're never playing in a playoff again.
Right.
And if you caught them in a room and gave them truth serum, they'd look at you and say, you know what? We'd have a better chance of winning these games in the playoffs if Lane Kiffin was our coach.
Yep.
We have a caller on line one. Caller, who's this?
This is Bert.
Hey, Bert. What can we do for you tonight?
Hey, I just heard a caller right before me, Ron Scarborough.
That is correct.
Ron Scarborough was a high school legend radio announcer in the area. He also did the Greenville Touchdown Club.
Yes.
I was very involved with him in both, and I lost him years ago, like in 2012, 2013, and I want to connect with him, and I don't know how to connect with him other than calling y'all.
There's nothing wrong with that. Trey, can you take that off air? I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, not while we'd have to hit a break.
Okay, so let's hit a break. We'll take a break. You can connect that. We'll be back on Fox Sports Upstate 104.9 FM here in the overtime. He's Trey Falco. I'm Jeremy Greene. Brought to you by Ingles Markets. We'll be back right after this.
104.9 Fox Sports Upstate Weather.
This is WYFF News 4 Chief Meteorologist Chris Justice with your forecast. A cold, raw rain moves in overnight. It'll start around midnight and continue through the mid-morning hours tomorrow. We'll start off in the 30s, but warm up when the skies begin to clear to around 50 degrees. We'll be clear and cool on Wednesday, a high of 47 after starting off in the 20s. Same story going into Thursday, partly cloudy skies, high around 50. Rain moves back into the area by Friday.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. New at Lowe's, Pro Block Quick Dry Primer. Expertly manufactured by Sherwin-Williams. Engineered for pros to dry fast, block stains, and go on smooth for virtually flawless results. Available now in oil and water-based. Grab yours today at Lowe's.
Hear that? That's Mike. He took ZQL Pure Z's, so now he's sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. ZQL Pure Z's are fast-acting melatonin gummies with a complementary botanical blend to help Mike get the sleep he needs to wake up refreshed and ready to conquer Monday.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Pure Z's, just for sleep. Really great sleep. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed.
Black Friday savings are here at the Home Depot, which means it's time to add new cordless power to your collection. Right now, when you buy a select battery kit from one of our top brands like Ryobi or Milwaukee, you'll get a select tool from that same brand for free. Click into one of our best deals of the season and stock up on tools for all your upcoming projects. Get Black Friday savings happening now at the Home Depot. Limit 1 per transaction. Exclusions apply. Full eligible tool list in-store and online.
We all try to live an active lifestyle, but sometimes our bodies take a hit. Injuries and pain shouldn't keep you from living your life at the fullest. That's why Carolina Orthopedic Neurological Associates, called KONA, offer orthopedic surgery, neurosurgery, and pain management all under one roof. Dr. Tyler Luthinger tells us more about his approach to treating patients.
Hi, I'm Tyler Luthinger. I'm an orthopedic surgeon here at KONA, specializing in shoulder and elbow surgery as well as hand and upper extremity. I would say my approach to shoulder arthritis is very patient-specific. I always like to say that I treat patients and their symptoms and not their x-rays. Most of these symptoms can be, tolerated or adjusted to with some basic lifestyle modifications or oral anti-inflammatory medications, sometimes topical agents, corticosteroid injections, and a home-based therapy program.
Never let chronic pain get in the way of your active lifestyle. Learn more at carolinaona.com. Carolina Orthopedic Neurological Associates, KONA. Total quality care under one roof.
Do you own a small business? A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure. Coming soon.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
I woke up feeling like cough, congestion, headache was coming on. I thought, no, I have big plans this weekend. So I took Mucinex Kickstart, all-in-one and done relief with a morning jolt of instant cooling sensation. Mucinex Kickstart for relief with a kick at your favorite retailer. Use as directed.
It's overtime on 104.9 FM, Fox Sports Upstate. East Trey Falco. I'm Jeremy Greene. Calling line is open, 864-240-5480. So is the text line, 864-777-9593. And we have a text to the text line, and it's fantasy football question.
Oh, nice.
Drake May's on a bye next week in a Superflex. Caleb Williams will be my quarterback 1, and my Superflex options are not great. Tua Tagovailoa or Shedeur Sanders. Oh, boy. That is not great.
No, it's not.
I mean, I'm leaning Tua without having looked at the matchup.
Yeah.
Oh, the Dolphins play the Jets. That's the right answer.
Yeah.
Oh, but the Browns play the Titans. I'll go Tua just simply because I don't think Shedeur Sanders is very good. And he's young, and the Titans have looked a little bit more scrappy. The Jets just got to win, which means you're going to see the worst humanly possible version of the Jets on Sunday.
Jets math, yeah.
So I will go Tua Tagovailoa to answer that question. Also, Jeremy stock, the number 1 stock down was actually not Ole Miss, because I got one that was worse. He said stock way down, McLaren Formula One. I don't know what that means. I don't watch NASCAR. I don't watch anything racing.
My first thought was Scary Terry McLaurin from, but no.
No, he was stock way up. He just kept scoring touchdowns that were called back by penalty.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Our Washington Commanders, they did fight last night.
They did.
As the draft nerd, that's exactly what I want to see out of a team that's going to pick in the top 5. I want you to fight so hard.
Yes.
And then go for too late and fail, because I want to lose.
Yeah.
I want to fight and look good and still get the loss so I can have a higher draft pick.
Oh, I get. Yeah, that makes sense.
That's how I want to go.
Yeah.
The worst thing that can happen is the 3-9 team wins a game that doesn't matter. Like my Jets just did against the Atlanta Falcons.
Well, great you said the Atlanta Falcons, because you could be the Atlanta Falcons with no first-round pick. That's going to the Rams.
Yeah.
So, I mean, could be worse. It could always be worse.
As you
could be Atlanta.
As you watch the Los Angeles Rams, I just want you to think about the fact that every time the Atlanta Falcons lose a game, The Los Angeles Rams get one step closer to a franchise left tackle.
Yep.
And there are two that could be really, really good in the next class. Something we do on this show every week, Jeremy's 5 hottest takes of the weekend.
Oh, all right.
We've already talked about the first one. Lane Kiffin isn't wrong. The NCAA is. I get why he did what he did.
Yeah.
We've talked about number 2. The Carolina Panthers can win the division, but they're going to need some help from some old friends.
Right. There's a
New
path.
Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. We don't root for you, but now we need you.
Right.
So one of those bad wins that we were talking about, where now your draft pick's a little bit worse,
Yeah.
we need you to have one of those.
Good luck.
Number 3 on hot takes of the weekend, the ACC is going to get left out of the college football playoff, and they should.
Ooh.
How stupid does a conference have to be to not think about every possible iteration of total doomsday theory?
Right.
So Trey, I'm gonna give you the setup for the ACC here.
Okay.
The ACC has a bajillion teams in it now. I think there's 18. They didn't really think about the tiebreaker all that much.
Yeah.
Because the
Yeah.
tiebreaker is common opponent. Maybe you see why that could be a problem.
Just a little bit.
So in the ACC, you have 7-1 Virginia that's going to the ACC championship
Right.
game.
Okay. Sure.
Hunky dunky.
Yeah.
If Virginia wins, we don't have a problem.
Yeah.
But who will they play? Will it be SMU that's in the top 25? No.
Makes it no.
They just lost to Cal.
Right.
That's not good. Will it be Pittsburgh?
Oh, that could make sense.
No.
Okay.
Will it be Georgia Tech, who's in the top 25? That one does no, it's not them either. Or how about the highest ranked team in the ACC and the best team in the conference by a lot, the Miami Hurricanes?
Oh, it makes sense.
Nope, none of those ranked teams. We're gonna go 7-5 Duke Blue Devils because they have the best record against common opponents. Does that sound fun? Does that sound like a fun thing to do?
Sounds like an ACC thing to do.
It does sound like an ACC thing to do, and here's why. Because when Duke beats Virginia, and I'm telling you, I am a conspiracy theorist to the highest degree. To me, the 9 scariest words in the English language are I'm from the government, I'm here to help. So when I see a good conspiracy theory,
right,
I have to jump all over it. And this is a good one. If Duke beats Virginia, the winner of the American Conference is in the college football playoff. No matter what happens, they're in. Because Tulane's right on the edge of ranked. Or, excuse me, I had that backwards. Tulane is ranked. North Texas right on the verge of it. So whoever wins, because they play each other, they're going to get in. But what if JMU wins? JMU is playing in the Sun Belt Championship.
Right.
They're a 22.5-point favorite over Troy. And see, we always read the rule of it's the Power 4 conferences and then a group of 5. Yeah, that's not how it's worded. The way it's worded is the 5 highest ranked conference champions. We never said we couldn't leave one out.
Right.
We always gnashed our teeth of, well, we don't really want a group of 5. We don't want the Sun Belt champion in this. Well, what if the Sun Belt champion's better than the ACC champion?
Blasphemy.
Because, dude, it's not the... Look, I know Clemson. hey, we're going to talk about Clemson in the next hour.
Right.
Clemson would be formidable.
Yeah.
If they didn't have so many losses. Duke, on the other hand, already lost to Tulane.
Mm-hmm.
Can't really let them in over Tulane because you already lost to them.
Yeah.
They lost 45-19 to Illinois. Got slaughtered by Georgia Tech, got slaughtered by Virginia, and lost to UConn. That, ladies and gentlemen, is why people like me and others around the industry go, ACC, why do we keep allowing you to be a thing? Clemson, Florida State, North Carolina. You know what? Take the SMU deal somewhere else.
Yeah.
We don't need conference revenue for like 3 years. We've generated ourselves. You want us. You need us, Big Ten. You want us, SEC. You need us, SEC. Because the ACC is the dying ship.
Yeah.
The ACC is in a point right now where they are so leveraged by Miami, Florida State, and Clemson that it's comical. We thought North Carolina would be the 4th one with Bill Belichick, and that just didn't work out.
No, it did not.
Now you got Virginia Tech with James Franklin. That could be one down the line. But, I mean, nobody can look at this conference. With 18 teams, you have 2 that won double-digit games.
Right.
Miami and Virginia. Now, do you know the dumbest part of Virginia getting into the ACC championship game? Virginia has 2 losses.
Right.
Wake Forest and NC State.
Okay.
Both those teams play in the ACC, right? Yeah. Virginia has 1 conference loss because NC State wasn't a conference game. You play 8 conference games. Virginia had somebody cancel. So did NC State. So they played each other in a non-conference game, which is why we got Virginia.
This is why I do
now,
the NFL.
Be really thankful for that, because if that had been a conference game and one of your other ones hadn't counted, we would have gotten into a Mr. Wizard formula of who goes, and it probably would have been Pittsburgh and Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
The ACC has done everything in its power to show that it's just not a serious football conference. The SEC does this every single year. Their commercial, their advertising, it just means more here. It does. The SEC would never let something like this happen. The SEC is not going to have, and now I have to think about a bad team, Arkansas.
Right.
Hey, all of a sudden, Arkansas went 7-5, but somehow they ran roughshod through the conference and finished tied for second. And so now we're going to let them, no. Because the tiebreaker in the SEC, who's ranked higher?
That makes perfect sense.
So we get Alabama.
Yeah.
We get Georgia Tech. Or, excuse me, we get Alabama, we get Georgia.
Yeah.
That makes sense. The ACC doesn't. But that's why things like the calendar in the NCAA, all of the different things that the NCAA allows to go, that's the reason that people like me hem and haw on it. It's not because we're trying to fill space. It's not because we're trying to fill content. It's not because we've got to find something to talk about because we have all this time. No. It's because we all see these things coming. You leave these ends open, and don't be shocked when they come back to bite you. And that's exactly what's happened to the ACC. So now you have a borderline unsellable game in Charlotte. Virginia, if they played that in my backyard, I'd move. That's a terrible, terrible college football game. And that's your conference championship. Meanwhile, you're looking at the Big Ten going, nobody in that conference could make it outside of number 1 and number 2 in the country. The SEC, I still firmly believe, deserves 6 into the playoff. Because I can't penalize a team for playing in their conference championship game. So even if Alabama loses, to me, they're still in.
Oh, yeah.
They have to be in. You can't penalize a team for earning their spot into something, even though they lost.
Right.
That they could have just chosen not to play. If Alabama just doesn't play this weekend, they're in. If conference championship games didn't exist, they're in. To me, A&M should be in. So should Georgia, Ole Miss, Alabama, Oklahoma. And then there's that 6th spot, and I don't know if that should be Texas or Vanderbilt, but I know it should be one of them. I think Vanderbilt's the better team.
I was going to say.
Texas is playing better right now.
Right.
And they beat Vanderbilt.
That's because Arch kind of showed up.
Texas is a good, talented team. I just think Steve Sarkisian's grossly overrated. That team always seems to play to the level of their competition.
Right. For better and for worse.
And now I go back to what I said a minute ago. This is why you don't leave ties open. The NCAA feels like the Sun Belt and the American, and we have to give all of those teams a chance. No, we don't. No, we don't. We don't give McDonald's the chance to win a Michelin star. You know why? Because it's not a Michelin star restaurant. It might be your favorite restaurant. Frankly, it's one of mine. McRib's back right now. If you've never had one, do it. Tell them that Jeremy sent you. They know me. Doesn't matter which location. If it's North or South Carolina, trust me. Say Jeremy sent you, they'll be like, he was here a couple of days ago. He came to get a McRib. We don't let McDonald's win Michelin star certification.
Yeah.
I don't need to see Tulane. I don't need to see JMU. I don't need to see these other group of 5 teams get in this playoff. I want to see the 12 best teams. Because this year, we're going to leave a team out that deserves to be in. Texas and Vanderbilt both deserve to be in. If Texas isn't, you punish them for playing a tough schedule.
Yeah.
Have you looked at the non-conference schedule for next year? I do a tailgate tour every single year, and I have to look 9 months out of what are the best games that are going to happen in September of next year. You know what I found a lot of this year? International games. We are considering doing tailgate tour international.
Oh.
I do need a passport for that.
Yeah, that'd help.
But that sounds fun. But you're not seeing Texas, Ohio State. You get Florida State, Alabama. Alabama right now looks like a markedly better program than Florida State. And I get a lot of those. But if you punish Texas for scheduling Ohio State, then how can I with a straight face tell teams to continue scheduling these high-end conference opponents?
Right.
If I'm going to use it against you, then why don't I just go play Sam Houston and UTEP and Jacksonville State and Roast Beef Lafayette Technical Institute for the Blind? If I just need 4 wins, I'll go get 4 wins. But they're not going to be big market games. This is the Overtime on Fox Sports Upstate 104.9 FM. He's Trey Falco. I'm Jeremy Greene. And we'll be back second hour right after this.
Looking for a Harley that fits your budget? At Harley-Davidson of Greenville, used bikes start at just $59.90 with payments as low as $60 a month. Whether you're a first-time rider or adding to your collection, we've got the largest pre-owned inventory in the upstate. Come find your perfect ride at 30 Chrome Drive in Greenville or check us out online at upstateharley.com. Your Harley is waiting. Let's ride.
No more waiting. Your goals start now. This Cyber Monday, take your workouts around the world with Nordic Track and iFit. Save big on treadmills, bikes, and rowers at NordicTrack.com. Nordic Track. Train anywhere. Explore everywhere.
Hey, Panthers fans. Make NFL game day unforgettable with you and the Carolina Panthers at Bank of America Stadium.
That play was about 3 heart attacks and then euphoria.
Bring your group of friends, coworkers, or family to score discounted tickets and exclusive on-field experiences during the game.
Uncle Rico, have yourself a day.
Go to Panthers.com/tickets today to learn more.
Remember who taught you your ABCs? Who showed you kindness and sharing? That was Sesame Street. And today, Sesame Workshop is still helping children around the world grow smarter, stronger, and kinder.
But Elmo can't do it alone.
This holiday season, Sesame needs your support. Donate now at sesame.org/iHeart. That's SESAME.org/iHeart. Because the world needs Sesame, and Sesame needs you.
Elmo loves you. Thanks for making a difference.
The world's best male ski racers are racing in the United States in December. The Steeple Birds of Prey hits Beaver Creek, Colorado, December 4th through 7th. Watch Olympic champions, World Cup winners, and your favorite Steeple U.S. ski team athletes tackle one of the toughest courses on the planet. Racing for glory and the chance to secure their place in the 2026 Olympics. Don't miss the NBC and CNBC coverage, December 7th and 8th.
Do you own a small business? A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure.
Isn't it nice to know at least one of your streaming apps is completely free?
Yeah, you get the iHeartRadio app without the pesky monthly fee.
Live radio, playlists for everything, and the most podcasts on the planet.
Join the millions who already have it. iHeartRadio, the #1 app for radio.
Some say he only needs one name.
Colin was fascinating today.
Others may feel he needs both, but if you ask him, you may just get this. It's Colin Cowherd, and you can listen to The Herd.
That's a really cool program.
Weekdays at noon on Fox Sports Upstate. He's here.
Really?
He's there.
Cowherd's brutal.
He's everywhere.
Hey, Colin, love the show. Thanks.
He's Colin Cowherd.
He's on a absolute tear. He's different, and it works.
Hi, it's me, Flo, here to tell you that with the Progressive Home and Auto Bundle, you get 24/7 protection, so you're covered no matter where the day takes you.
Even bad hair day?
Yep.
And tree branch fell on my car day?
Especially that day. Progressive has you covered 24/7 for your home and auto.
How about thought it was chicken, but it was tuna day? Or overnight construction outside my bedroom day?
Those days too.
Great, because that was each day this week.
Been there. Well, at least your home and auto are covered every day with Progressive.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states.
If a Lenovo computer for your business is on your holiday list, don't shop around. Just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com. You'll find exclusive deals on the PCs you want for your business, like the ThinkPad X9 14 Aura Edition and Yoga 7i 2-in-1. So avoid all that shopping chaos and price comparing, and just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com, where PCs are up to 50% off. That's Lenovo.com.
Lenovo. #1 on your car radio preset and the new and improved iHeartRadio app. From the Eagle Studio, this is WROO-FM Malden, 104.9 Fox Sports Upstate, an iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human. We are Fox Sports. And here's what you need to know.
Still 15 minutes away from kickoff of the Monday Night Football game at New England. Temperature in the mid-20s. The Patriots have won 9 in a row. They're hosting a Giants team that's not only 2-10 but winless on the road. Giants young quarterback Jackson Dart will start after missing time with a concussion. Minnesota quarterback J.J. McCarthy is due to return from his concussion this week. The team says he is symptom-free. The Vikings cut wide receiver Adam Thielen as he'd requested. Bengals wide receiver T. Higgins is still in concussion protocol. Lions wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown did not practice due to his sprained ankle. Detroit plays this Thursday hosting Dallas. Cardinals wide receiver Marvin Harrison Jr. could miss time with a heel injury. Arizona quarterback Kyler Murray is still on IR and will not practice this week due to his foot injury, so Jacoby Brissett will start again. Michigan State's new football coach is Pat Fitzgerald, ex of Northwestern. I'm Steve DeSager.
We all have regrets. That haircut, that text, missing out on Kohl's Cyber Days. Good news, you can fix at least one of those. Get up to 50% off gifts for everyone on your list. Sunday and Monday only at Kohl's. From cozy favorites to top toys, you've got 2 days until you miss out. Don't let Cyber Days be the sale that got away. Save at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Select styles, offer ends December 1st. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
This winter, the world will be watching the best skaters chase their Olympic dreams. For your child, that dream could start right here at your local rink. Through Learn to Skate USA, kids build strength, confidence, and courage, the same qualities that take athletes to the Olympic ice. Learn to Skate USA offers programs for skaters of all ages and abilities. This is where the journey begins. Find a program near you at learntosskateusa.com, because every champion starts with a first glide.
Hey, Dan, that spaceship-wide lunch meeting at noon, please say it's not more astronaut ice cream and powdered orange drink.
Negatory. Ground control hooked us up with EasyCater, so now we can order from a galaxy of restaurants with tools to stay on budget and meet our dietary needs.
Thank heavens. My dairy tolerance and anti-gravity is not great.
And with EasyCater, it's all on one simple platform, so we can focus on space stuff, like that asteroid. So how about tacos? Hold the cheese.
EasyCater, a stellar way to order food for work. Order now at easycater.com.
What's up? It's Cam Jordan. I'm back with Season 3 of your favorite podcast, the Off the Edge with Cam Jordan podcast. Yeah! Tap in every Wednesday to hear conversations with my friends and stars from the NFL, the sports world in general, and entertainment about everything from teams and players making waves to pop culture. And I'll take you inside my journey through my 15th season in the NFL. Looking forward to you joining me this season, the season of more, on the Off the Edge with Cam Jordan podcast. Open your free iHeart app and search Off the Edge and start listening.
The games are over, so there's only one thing left to do: overreact. The NFL Draft Nerd is here to weave through the world of sports and separate fact from fiction. Get involved. The call-in line's open at 864-240-5480. You can tweet us, we don't call it X, at the NFL Draft Nerd. Now, here's that creed-loving, bird-fearing, football lunatic, Jeremy Greene.
It's Monday Night Football. We got Joe Buck. We got Troy Aikman. That means it's about time. New York Giants, New England Patriots. We got the Pawtucket Pat. Where is that coming from?
What do you keep hitting? It's
I
playing
don't
music.
know. I didn't do anything. I'm telling you this. It's like the studio's rejecting me. Just everything's making noise now. I don't like it. It's supposed to be connected to the board, but I can't hear it. I don't know where it's coming from. We get the Giants. We get the New England Patriots tonight, and we got Pawtucket Pat.
Oh, we do, yeah.
The old throwbacks from New England.
I like them.
I used to think that was the best throwback in the league. Now it's Seattle. Every time I see those old Seattle uniforms, that's almost enough for me to just go, you know what? I don't even like the Jets anymore. You have Sam Darnold and those. You win. Go see birds or whatever.
Birds. Sea turkeys.
I don't know what a Seahawk is, but on line one, we have a Seahawk fan. Maybe you can explain it to me. Welch, how are you tonight?
Seahawk is a bird, my friend, and you don't believe in birds, so I won't even take the time to explain it to you.
Birds are not real. I know the people in Greenville do not know this yet. I will indoctrinate you. Birds are not real.
Yeah, government.
You ever seen a baby pigeon? Neither has anybody else.
I am on your side with the Lane Kiffin deal. I wanted to take things a little bit deeper and talk about how, the generation to generation we're getting softer and softer, and that's the NCAA as far as I'm concerned. They used to have teeth and punish quarterbacks like Johnny Manziel, and now the players are wagging the dog. But you take what happened at Texas Tech and you times that by 1 billion, and that's what you're going to get with Lane Kiffin and LSU as far as NIL money goes.
That's a beautiful point. We have teams all over college football right now that are looking at Texas Tech going, they bought a spot in the college football playoff. And it's legal. You didn't do anything wrong.
Right.
And there are several that are just barking at the door to do the same thing.
Yeah, and when you have the money coming down the pipe that they're giving Lane Kiffin annually, was it $25 million a year? That's a lot of mercenaries you can buy it at the transfer portal every year.
And this is an LSU team that's done a pretty good job of getting those guys, even when they weren't spending that kind of money. Because I have it on good authority, this is a significant boost from what they were giving Brian Kelly. I think LSU is one of the best jobs in the is one of the best jobs in the country. And now you have one of the best recruiters in the country.
I think what we're seeing is Alabama 2.0, but in the next state over, or 2 states over.
So it's a good point. Yep. You've got a talent factory. Now you have a great talent accumulator. It's really a recipe for disaster if you're a fan of the SEC. Welch, we appreciate the call. Go see fake birds, chickens, hawks, whatever those seabirds are.
All right. Thanks, Jeremy.
Thank you, buddy. Always great to talk to a longtime listener. One, Mr. Jonathan Welch. We call him Glue Guy. He went to the draft with us last year.
Uh-huh.
That dude, if it wasn't for him, I'd have died in Green Bay. I'm telling you, I would have died in Green Bay. He made food. He made sure I consumed water. I think he was making coffee, but possibly on a campfire outside because the coffee pot was of the devil. You hit the button, you put the water in, nothing happens. I walk away, he touches it, all of a sudden we have delicious coffee. Every show needs a glue guy. And for us, that's Jonathan Welch. We have a Monday night football game getting ready to kick off here. New England Patriots 7.5-point favorites tonight against the New England Patriots. Trey, you leaning one side or the other tonight?
I think that the Patriots are going to win. I don't know that I wouldn't take the Giants in this one. Did you?
I did take the Giants.
Yeah.
I think this number stinks something awful.
Yeah.
And I keep looking at it. I feel like Vegas is baiting you. Because the weather's kind of bad.
Right.
I'm actually going to change my pick slightly from earlier. Same tenor, and it's actually what I said. I just corrected myself after I said it earlier. I'm going to go Patriots 27-20, which would go over the 46.5.
Right.
The Patriots do not cover, which feels like the side Vegas wants to hit.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at that number and go, how? Well, 2 starting offensive linemen not playing for New England tonight.
Right.
Still love Drake May. Still love a lot of good things to happen in New England, but I think Jackson Dart, my guy, going to lead the Giants to a cover, not a win.
Yeah, I think a cover. Yeah.
In the NFL, doesn't matter if you cover or not. In my world, it doesn't matter if you win or not. It's only do you cover the spread. We have a caller on line 1. Caller, who is this?
Hey, Jeremy, Trey, good to hear from you guys. First, I just want to say I'm glad to see that Ron's doing okay. I always wondered what happened to him, and glad to hear him earlier. Secondly, I agree with you about tonight. I think the Giants cover. Remember what happened last night? That was a Super Bowl rematch, and nobody gave Washington a chance. And they ended up almost winning the game, and I think that could be similar here. Remember what happened with these 2 teams twice with Brady. That's his 2 losses. So, 2 out of his 3. So there you go. Or, no, I guess it's just 2. But anyway, he lost both times to the Giants in the Super Bowl. I think it's going to be sneaky, and it's going to be close. I do think New England probably wins. It wouldn't shock me if the Giants win. But the other topic that I wanted to touch on, Jeremy, was your topic about Texas. Listen, I'm not a Texas fan. I'm a South Carolina fan. I could care less. But if you want to see more big games out of conference, you better hope that Texas gets in somehow. If they don't, then you're going to see everyone shy away and try to schedule 4 gimmies every year, or at least 3, depending upon who else is in their state out of conference. Like, for instance, South Carolina and Clemson. But outside of that, these teams are going to notice that. The athletic directors, they're going to notice what's going on with this, and they're going to go the way of Indiana and just try to schedule a bunch of, give-me's just so they can not have that extra loss. If you go and look at who Texas beat this year, man, it's a who's who in the top 20.
Texas played one of the most evil schedules I've ever seen. Everybody gave Florida credit for theirs. Florida and Georgia Florida and Texas, played very similar schedules. If you look at the top two of the top three teams in the college football ranking in the last one that came out,
right?
Indiana's at 2. They played Old Dominion, Kennesaw State, and Indiana State. Georgia played Marshall, Austin Peay, Georgia Tech, and Charlotte. I agree. I think if Texas doesn't make this, and it will take 2 years before all these deals get to where they're going to get to. I think you will see a lot of teams pull out of deals with other Power 5 schools because what's my incentive to play you?
Right.
Well, South Carolina and Miami already pulled out of the one that's coming up in 26 and 27. And that was a mutual thing. And you're right. What is the incentive? If you're going to not be rewarded for playing those games, even if you lose, if you play a difficult schedule, there is no incentive to play those games. The incentive is to do the opposite. So if you want to see big out-of-conference games early, you better hope and pray to God that they find a way to get Texas and teams of that ilk from this point forward in. If not, they need to either expand it or you're going to see a bunch of nobodies on everybody's schedule. Anyway, that's all I've got, Jeremy. I appreciate it. Take care, buddy.
Thanks so much. We appreciate the call. Very, very smart call. That is something that I've been railing on specifically with Texas because Texas, to me, is the living embodiment of what you want a college football team to be. So Texas was preseason number 1.
Right.
I thought that was a little bit you're putting the cart before the horse because it's still Steve Sarkisian. He's not been notorious for living up to that expectation. So they come out in that first week, and it's just clunky. Ohio State was clunky. Texas was clunky. They play 3 nobodies. They kind of figure things out. They have a horrific game in the Swamp against Florida. That should be your conference blip.
Yeah.
If you're Texas, had you played Ohio instead of Ohio State, you would have been 4-0. That one loss to Florida wouldn't have killed you. Then you get a win against Oklahoma, you get a win against Vanderbilt, and a win against Texas A&M. You're in.
Right.
So the only thing keeping Texas out of this playoff is the fact they scheduled Ohio State. Now, to the caller's point, I don't like giving – there are 2 entities that I don't like giving credit, the government and the NCAA. I will give them credit on one thing. They have shown an ability to correct a wrong after they see it. I'm curious, but because I don't see a way that this is going to end the way that we all want it to.
Yeah.
There are only a handful of possibilities of what's going to happen when the college football playoff rankings come out. And I'm not talking this week. What's there this week? It'll tell you a lot, but it's not really going to change much.
Yeah.
Alabama can't fall out for losing to Georgia. They can't. You cannot punish a team for making it to a game that all these other teams didn't.
Right.
That basically eliminates Texas and Vanderbilt unless something striking changes in this poll. We're going to wind up with Tulane, North Texas, JMU, or Virginia. 2 of those teams are making this playoff.
Right.
They have to. It's stupid that they have to. In no other industry can you have the best of the best play in 2 conferences. But we've got to invite their far inferior brethren. It's one thing when you've got a Clemson or a Florida State or a Miami, which you do have a Miami, and they have almost no chance of making this thing.
Right.
It's different when you've got one of those. We're catching Virginia. And that's best case scenario. Best case scenario is they beat Duke. Worst case scenario, we have an 8-5 ACC champion that loses out on a spot to James Madison.
Yep.
Which is, by the way, if you had told me if you had told me 2 teams from Virginia would be competing for a college football playoff berth, I think I would have gotten JMU. I don't think I would have gotten Virginia if you gave me 7 shots at it. I would have been pulling VMI before I got to Virginia. We have a caller on the line. Caller, who's this?
Hey, Jeremy. This is Dave from Pennsylvania. Love
Hey, how are you?
Tech in the morning. I just have a quick question. I want to pick your brains a little bit, see how far down the rabbit hole we can get here. With all the super conferences happening, all the movement happening, basically the entire Mountain West becomes the new Pac-12. Should there be two national championships? I mean, it's essentially minor league baseball feeding Major League Baseball at this point. So I just want to get your thoughts on whether or not there should be two national championships, or just admit, hey, sorry, everybody in the Sun Belt, AAC, practically the ACC at this point, there's just no shot for you. Thanks for playing. Thanks. Appreciate it, guys.
Absolutely. Thank you. I'm going to answer this question the only way I've been able to wrap my brain around it.
Okay.
I go back to what I said about the SEC, and their branding is it just means more. I believe we should have a floor. We add together what your coach makes, what you pay the staff, and what you pay the players. And if you want to be considered on the high side of college football, you have to beat X. And what that number is, I've asked several smart people in this business this. I've gotten everything from $20 million to $40 million. $40 million is too high because there are just certain entities that can't go that high. I think you should, 20 to 25 to me is a respectable number between the coach, the staff, and the roster. You spend that much money, you have shown that you are really trying to compete.
Right, yeah.
I look at somebody like Purdue. I don't care about Purdue. Purdue, you're in my way. This is like Kansas State back in the late 80s and early 90s. They won 8 conference games in 15 years. That needed to be eradicated.
Yeah.
By the way, it should have been. Really good article out there, AP article. Go look it up about Kansas State. It's fantastic. We're in that same boat now with the Purdues. I mean, there are a handful of these schools, Rutgers.
Yeah.
And I get it. You don't have the money. That's fine. Then go down to the Mountain West level. Go down to the MAC level. You could be the best team in the MAC. And then you're out of our way. And then we take these teams like Texas Tech and prop them up because they're willing to spend. This has been my argument with baseball for as long as I can remember. My entire family is Cincinnati Reds fans. It's in the family, a long story. We can't compete. I don't have $500 million to go up against the Dodgers.
Right.
It makes the sport irrelevant to me. I look at what an Appalachian State, and I'm just JMU, Louisiana when Billy Napier was there. Those teams are doing a lot with a little, and I want you punching in your weight class.
Yeah.
All right. Right now, I'm putting you up against Alabama. You don't. That is a one-legged man in a keister kicking contest. You don't have a chance. You could get there, but that Cinderella thing's not happening.
Yeah.
And I think there's a merit to what he said there of differentiating these, because right now we have haves and we have have-nots. And the difference is getting bigger and bigger by the year. And I'm telling you, I know people think that I'm being an alarmist and I'm making a mountain out of a molehill. I'm not. There are a lot of schools, if you get in these back channel conversations with people around college football, they're looking at Texas Tech, going, Texas Tech spent $25 million to make 100. We'll do that 100 times out of 100. There's only one problem with that. There's only 12 spots in the playoff.
Right.
So if we get 20 teams that do that on top of the 15 or 20 that we're already spending at that high level, there's a bunch of you that are spending money that you don't really have, and there's not going to be a payoff to it. So that, to me, over the next, I'll say 18 to 36 months is really going to be interesting. Who steps up to spend the money and show they're serious, and who falls by the wayside? And possibly next week, I'll have a list of those, because I know some stuff every once in a while.
You do your homework.
I look into stuff. There are a few Power 5 schools that I'm just looking at going, we could trade you out for JMU.
Yeah.
JMU tries really hard. They don't have the money, but they've hired really good coaches, including my high school coach, who was Mike Houston, former James Madison Dukes national championship coach.
Oh, all right.
I'm telling you.
You know everybody.
I'm the 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon. I know everybody or know somebody that knows everybody. And speaking of knowing everybody, there's somebody on line 1 that I'm looking forward to knowing. Caller, who is this?
Well, there you go.
I was.
You win some, you lose some.
I was super looking forward to knowing who that was.
It's a good setup, though. I appreciate it.
You try. I'm still
you
trying
put all
to
this
figure
money
out,
in and it didn't pay off.
I did, and that was probably the best transition I had. And it
was good. I'll give you that.
Just fell by the wayside. Well, you know what's not falling by the wayside? Overtime. Brought to you by Ingles Markets. Find them online, ingles-markets.com. 400 fuel points. now to the end of the year. $75 curbside purchase. And it's free up if you got anything over $35.
I'd pick that, dog.
You pick your groceries. You go to the app, shop.ingles-markets.com. You pick out your items. They bring it to you, and that's 4 minutes of your day.
And then you fill your tank up.
Boom. Then you go to the gas pumps, you get some cheap gas, and you've had an Ingles day. Speaking of Ingles Day, it's every day here on Fox Sports Upstate is an Ingles Day. He's Trey Falco. I'm Jeremy Greene. We're back with more overtime after this.
Black Friday savings are here at the Home Depot, which means it's time to add new cordless power to your collection. Right now, when you buy a select battery kit from one of our top brands like Ryobi or Milwaukee, you'll get a select tool from that same brand for free. Click into one of our best deals of the season and stock up on tools for all your upcoming projects. Get Black Friday savings happening now at the Home Depot. Limit 1 per transaction. Exclusions apply. Full eligible tool list in-store and online.
The leaves are turning. The days are shortening, and the air is cooling. The call of the hunt, getting your gear together, and the walk to the stand are just the beginning of your next great hunting story. Palmetto State Armory is here to help get you prepared for this year's adventures. Top brands, trusted gear, unbeatable prices, and knowledgeable staff. Palmetto State Armory has everything you need to write your next story today.
No more waiting. Your goals start now. This Cyber Monday, take your workouts around the world with Nordic Track and iFit. Save big on treadmills, bikes, and rowers at NordicTrack.com. Nordic Track. Train anywhere. Explore everywhere.
Here's a hot tip from iHeartRadio Earth for saving money and energy this winter. Your water heater is an energy hog, accounting for about 18% of your utility bill. Turn it down from 140 to 120 degrees Fahrenheit to cut costs and boost comfort. You'll save energy and reduce the risk of scalding. Brought to you by iHeartRadio Earth and the National Environmental Education Foundation. For more smart, sustainable living tips or to take action in your community, visit iHeartRadio.com/earth.
Feeling the chill in the air? Warm up with a taste of Louisiana at the Lost Cajun. Savor our mouth-watering gumbo, creamy lobster bisque, and spicy jambalaya. Visit us in downtown Greenville or on Pelham Road. The Lost Cajun, where every bite is a trip to the bayou.
You know what your customers are doing right this second? The exact same thing you are, listening to me. Which, let's be honest, is kind of flattering. But my point is, ads on iHeartRadio actually get heard. In the car, at the gym, on the couch, while people are walking their dogs. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? You're a good boy. That's right. You're a good boy. So why not make the next ad about you? Get started today. Call 844-844-iHeart or go to iHeartAdvertising.com. That's 844-844-iHeart or iHeartAdvertising.com.
The world's best male ski racers are racing in the United States in December. The Steeple Birds of Prey hits Beaver Creek, Colorado, December 4th through 7th. Watch Olympic champions, World Cup winners, and your favorite Steeple U.S. ski team athletes tackle one of the toughest courses on the planet. Racing for glory and the chance to secure their place in the 2026 Olympics. Don't miss the NBC and CNBC coverage, December 7th and 8th.
We're back in the overtime here on Fox Sports Upstate 104.9 FM. He's Trey Falco. I'm Jeremy Greene. Call-in lines are open, and we want to hear from you. Call-in number is 864-240-5480. And that number again, 864-240-5480. Text line 864-777-9593. You can also find the show on all the social medias at the Sportsocracy. You can send me a message on Twitter at the NFL Draft Nerd.
Yeah,
that is 1,000 points of contact. So you can get into my web, which is the 6 degrees of separation, which Trey Falco and I were going through in the break. I am connected to a lot of people.
Quite the web, yeah.
It's intense. You ever see that movie Big Fish?
Yeah.
When I die, that's going to be my funeral. Just all these people, and you're like, I thought he was lying.
Yeah.
I really did. Why is Luke Combs singing at his funeral? Well, they're like twins. They look like best good friends, and we have been friends for a long time.
Yeah.
You know what else I'm friends with, Trey?
What is that?
Dogs.
Dog. Oh, is it time?
It's time.
All right.
Can I pick that dog? Trey, would you like to take a stab at my record over the first 3 weeks here in the overtime?
I think last week we were, well, I say we, yours, I don't know, we were like 11 and something last I heard. You're probably like, I'm going to say 17 and something or other.
18 and 5.
Okay. 18
Last week, we went 6 and 1 picking that dog.
Oh, that's pretty good.
We only got one wrong, and it was the Bears.
Was that me?
No.
Okay.
We only got one wrong. It was the Bears, and I was not willing to pick that dog because I keep thinking Philadelphia's going to find a way.
Yeah.
And then they just never do.
Yeah.
This week, we have 4 in college, 4 in the pros.
All right.
For those of you that are new to the show, this segment's called Can I Pick That Dog? And here's the question we're asking. I'm going to give you an underdog in a game this upcoming weekend. Sharps pick games at 2 sides. When the number first comes out and right before the game starts. It's in that fun little meaty territory.
Yeah.
That's where you can get some pretty decent values. And I think we've got some interesting ones this week. BYU plus 13.5 against Texas Tech.
13.5.
Can you pick that dog?
Yeah, give me that dog. I picked that dog. 13.5. I picked that dog.
You could tell me BYU was playing 15 players this entire game. Texas Tech forgot their helmets, had to play powder puff. I'd still take Texas Tech to cover this number. Really? I don't think they're just going to beat BYU. I think they're going to beat BYU to death. I love Texas Tech.
Yeah.
They don't score a ton of points. That might be the best college defense I've seen in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Georgia plus the 2.5 against Alabama.
Plus the 2. Yeah, give me Georgia. I picked that dog. Well, you don't like. That's right.
I want to pick that dog, but there's something that they have with Alabama. I will be at this game with a devout Georgia Bulldog fan.
Right.
And there is nothing that I want more than to see him sad as we drive back to Asheville. Because I've come up with that stupid song they sing? There's nothing finer in the land than a drunk, obnoxious Georgia fan.
Yeah.
Go Dogs. I changed the words to that, and I'm so ready for it to be an Alabama win because I'm going to sing it all the way back to the mountains. And then I'm going to record it for social media because I'm a jerk. Indiana plus the 4.5 against Ohio State. Can I pick that dog?
Plus 4.5.
Just remember last time these two played, Indiana got frog stomped by Ohio State.
They did, yeah. Ohio State, they just beat Michigan too, didn't
they? They did. You want to do it? Just do it.
Yeah, I'll pick that dog.
I'm going to pick that dog. I think this field goal game either way. Those are the two best teams in college football. I don't know which one's better. I think Ohio State's better, but I'm not really reacting to them beating Michigan because that doesn't mean much to me.
No.
Michigan's fine. The defense is good, but they don't score points easily.
Right.
What happens when you go up against a Fernando Mendoza? Conversely, what happens to Fernando Mendoza when he goes up against Arvell Reese?
Yeah.
Because he has not done a great job against the blitz, and Ohio State doesn't have to. We will get home with 4. We'll do it all day long, and we'll see how you react to that. But I think 4.5 is too much. I'm taking Indiana. Final college game, Duke plus the 3.5 against Virginia Tech.
I'll take that.
I'm taking it.
Give me Duke.
I'm taking it because I'm an agent of chaos. I'm working with a bit of a lead.
Yeah.
But, I'm 13 games over 500 in 3 weeks.
Right,
so
you can take a stab.
I'm taking a stab at this. Give me the Blue Devils plus the 3.5. Dallas Cowboys plus the 3 Thursday night at the Detroit Lions.
I picked that dog.
I think Detroit's, at this point, I think Dallas is better than Detroit.
It's hard to argue. Look, I love Dan Campbell. I love what he's doing there in Detroit. This offense the last couple of weeks has
just
really
clunky. It's clunky. This gets back to comfort. And Jared Goff is one of these days I'll go through the numbers on Jared Goff and what happens to him outside, specifically in weather.
Right.
Against the Cowboys in Detroit. If Detroit loses this game, I think they're done. Because I don't see how you make the playoffs. You're going to have to win 11 games. You're going to have to win out and hope somebody just epically falls apart.
Yeah.
And I don't see it in the NFC. There's too many good teams up there that have a nice jump on them. Cincinnati Bengals plus the 6 at the Buffalo Bills.
Oh, give me the Bengals. I'd pick that dog.
I'm going to pick that dog.
Yeah.
If I gave you a shekel, a $100 shekel to put on who wins the AFC North as a Steelers fan.
Bengals. I do not have any faith in the Steelers. I do not have any faith in Lamar Jackson the way he's playing. And yeah, it would be the Steelers and the Ravens kind of lose out, and the Bengals just come back, and I don't know. It's going to be the Bengals.
How fitting would it be if John Harbaugh and Mike Tomlin both left Baltimore and Pittsburgh the same year?
It's looking more and more likely.
They just both look stale.
Dude, did you see him? Not even stale. Mike Tomlin looked like he was miserable. He looked like he had the suds.
I heard somebody else say the same thing about Aaron Rodgers. They
Yeah.
took a picture of him and put it next to SpongeBob, and he looked like he had the suds. Mike Tomlin looks like he hates every player on this team.
Yes.
And he's being forced to do this against his will. I think Tomlin's done in Pittsburgh. I think that team is done. I can't get to the point that I think Cincinnati's going to catch Baltimore, but I think they're going to make it interesting.
Yeah.
Because we don't have a lot of divisions that are going to end up being interesting. I already know who's going to win the AFC East.
Yep.
Pretty confident who's going to win the West. Got a pretty good idea who's going to win the South. It's either Houston or Jacksonville. The other one's going to be a wild card. The NFC West, I don't really know that I care who wins it because I think it's the two best teams in the NFL and then the 49ers.
Yeah.
The Eagles probably win the NFC East, although if they collapse and find a way to let Dallas win that. Eagle fans, I'm just going to warn you, you should take about 2 weeks off if you work with a Dallas Cowboy fan.
Yeah.
Because they're never going to let you hear the end of that. And then we'll have a race to the finish with the Panthers and the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
But I'm with you. I'll take the Bengals plus the 6. I took the Cowboys plus the 3. Duke plus the 3.5. Indiana plus the 4.5. Then I'm going to do rapid fire. The AFC South. Jaguars plus 1.5 against the Colts.
I don't want to do it, but I'd pick that dog. I can't stand Liam Cohen.
I'm going to pick that dog solely because I think Jacksonville's better than the Colts. I said this earlier today, and I mean it. The Indianapolis Colts are not going to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure they win another game. I think the book is out of how you beat them.
Right. Neutralize Jonathan Taylor.
And he looks like he's lost a step.
Yeah.
I was telling you before the show, I saw a social media graphic of first 5 gates after receiving a pitch, a handoff, or anything like that. Jonathan Taylor is like, I think it's 0.8 of a second slower than he was at the start of the year. Saquon Barkley is 1.3 seconds slower than he was in Philadelphia last year.
Jeez.
Which is insane.
Yeah.
And finally, Houston Texans plus the 3.5. This is the death game because it's at the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, give me Houston.
If the Chiefs lose this game, their path to the playoffs becomes very Mr. Wizard pocket protectory.
Right.
We need a lot of things to happen. You're taking the Texans?
I would take the Texans on that.
I am
take
too.
that dog.
I don't think their tackles can I don't think they can hold up against Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter.
No.
I will take the Texans plus the 3.5. So Trey and I are on the Texans, Jaguars, Bengals, Cowboys, Duke, and Indiana.
Yes.
And he was on BYU. I cannot get there because I think Texas Tech's going to squish them.
Yeah, we'll see.
We have a caller on line 1. Caller, who's this?
This is one Red Sea. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Red Sea. How are you, my friend?
It's going. I'm currently at work now, standing outside so you can hear me.
Indeed, that's commitment. We appreciate it. What can we do for you tonight, my friend?
I'm just saying, we cannot completely rule out that Drew Petzing is the reason that Lane Kiffin got fired at Ole Miss and is now not coaching there.
So Red Sea is one of our great Arizona Cardinal fan listeners. Okay. At this point, I think he blames Drew Petzing for rain, Mondays, and the fact we don't get Super Bowl Sunday as a federal holiday.
I thought all that was Geno Smith's fault.
Geno Smith's up there pretty high, too.
Yeah.
But you're not wrong. I can't tell you. I haven't seen Drew Petzing in the same room as a lot of people, so we could blame a lot of things on him right here if we wanted to.
Like watching this offense, it's just comical how much talent we have and how bad we look at times. It's just pathetic.
The one thing that I will give you that it gives you some kind of hope, because that's what I try to do. I want to give hope where there may not otherwise be hope. You have a lot of good young pieces. I don't know if Jonathan Gannon's the coach. I hope he is because I like him. And I think this year of hiring NFL coaches is going to be gnarly.
Yeah.
But it's possible he's not.
I think he is. He's still a good coach. The guys still love him. It's just Drew Petzing. Be left in an alley somewhere. He needs to go.
I tend to agree with you. You gotta zing the pet zing. Red Sea, we appreciate you, my friend. Thanks for the call. Into the overtime here on Fox Sports Upstate 104.9 FM. He's Trey Falco. I'm Jeremy Greene. We'll be back to close up shop after this.
South Carolina Department of Corrections is hiring correctional officers statewide. Officers must be at least 18 years of age and have a high school diploma or GED. If you have correctional, police, security, or military experience, you can join their team at a promotional rank as a sergeant or lieutenant. Discover a rewarding correctional career with room for long-term career advancement and a generous employee benefits package that cares for you and your family. Visit joinscdc.com to apply today. Sponsored by SC Department of Corrections, SCBA, and the station.
Since 1934, IPTAY has been the backbone of Clemson athletics, uniting all Tigers in support of our student athletes, from scholarships that pave the way for success to state-of-the-art facilities that fuel competition. Your contribution helps build a brighter future for Clemson student athletes, both in competition and beyond. Whether you're in Clemson or miles away, you can be part of the Clemson family. Join the IPTAY team that's been thriving for over 90 years. Call 1-800-CLEMSON or visit ClemsonTigers.com/IPTAY to join now.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like wanting a psychic that helps you, but getting one that just ruins surprises.
I see the season finale. Steve's the killer.
Well, that's ruined.
Don't settle for just any insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The model year-end sale is rolling strong at Harley-Davidson at Greenville. Ride now with 0 down and no payments until 2026 on remaining 2024 models. New Road Glides starting at just $349 a month. Inventory is moving fast. Don't miss your chance to save big before these bikes are gone. Visit 30 Chrome Drive in Greenville or upstateharley.com. Harley-Davidson in Greenville, where fall freedom rides.
Do you own a small business? A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure. Coming soon.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever. Best sleep with the flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Do you have a question about your home? Y'all call Wally.
Welcome to Y'all Call Wally with Waldrop Plumbing, Heating and Air's expert emeritus, Wally the Walrus.
Hello, Dan.
Our first caller has a 5-year-old water heater. Jamie from Anderson, go ahead.
Yeah, my hot water isn't lasting nearly as long as it used to, Wally. Do I need a replacement already?
A free Waldrop Plumbing inspection will answer that question, James. And if you'd like us to drain and flush your tank, we can do that right away.
Okay.
Have you considered having your anode inspected?
I don't know. Is it painful?
The anode rod attracts corrosive elements in the water before they can build up in your tank. Installing a new one now will keep your water heater running efficiently for years longer.
I didn't even know water heaters had anode rods.
Well, that's just the sort of detailed expertise you should look for when choosing the plumbing walrus that's right for you.
You're the only walrus for me, pal. See you next time, folks.
.com.
The leaves are turning. The days are shortening, and the air is cooling. The call of the hunt, getting your gear together, and the walk to the stand are just the beginning of your next great hunting story. Palmetto State Armory is here to help get you prepared for this year's adventures. Top brands, trusted gear, unbeatable prices, and knowledgeable staff. Palmetto State Armory has everything you need to write your next story today.
Upstate. Guaranteed cash money. He's the most listened to sports show in the nation.
Never forget.
Colin Cowherd brings his unique take on sports to you every weekday.
That's called valuable.
Weekdays at noon on Fox Sports Upstate.
He is the Spoon Man, Trey Falco. I can't say what I wanted to right there, but you just assume it involved the thing that goes with the spoon. Yeah. And I was going to refer to myself. You could probably pick up on it. It's 104.9 FM, Fox Sports Upstate. He's Trey Falco. I'm Jeremy Greene. And Trey, I do have to admit, you have really cornered the market on Jeremy's type of music.
It's kind of small.
No, it's broader than you think.
Oh, yeah.
I was actually thinking of this as I was sitting in my office getting ready for the show earlier. There is a whole genre of music that I really like that I will have to introduce you to. No, it's not polka.
I was going to say
something
polka.
weird
Like a John Candy. So.
I don't really love. I don't love guitar or anything like that. It's a very niche current genre. It's very popular.
Oh, okay.
But I'll have to introduce you after the show. There are a handful of artists that have been in Asheville, and it's definitely made its way into my playlist.
See if I can find it in there.
Chris Oder in the YouTube chat said, Creed is not a genre. They should be. They should be a genre. The happiness genre.
Yeah. Happy. It's dad rock now, isn't it, Creed? It's classified as dad rock.
I'm not.
I'm
38. Like I'm not dad rock age yet.
Yeah.
I don't own new.
More years.
I don't own New Balances. I don't grill. I don't do any of those things.
Yeah.
I'm still a young virile man. I'm a young virile fat man, but I'm a young virile man.
That still counts.
Regardless. We have two more hottest takes of the week to get to.
Okay.
As we close up the week here on the overtime. My first one is a guy that I played against in school. Ben Johnson of the Chicago Bears. And he is currently proving with the Chicago Bears that X's and O's can still matter as much as Jimmy's and Joe's. Do you believe the Chicago Bears are a great team?
I don't know about a great team. I think they're doing really well with the pieces that they have.
This is one of the most confounding NFL football teams that I've ever seen. Caleb Williams is completing 58% of his passes. The list of guys behind him is one of the least impressive things you'll ever see. So I pulled the stats on this. If you look at all qualifying quarterbacks this year, the only quarterbacks behind him are two from the New York Giants. That would be Jameis Winston and Russell Wilson.
Okay, yeah.
Joe Burrow, who's at 54.9, which I did not expect.
Yeah.
J.J. McCarthy at 54.1, and Shedeur Sanders at 50.8.
Okay.
That is not exactly a who's who of NFL quarterbacks.
You got 9 on there. That's got to count for something.
Oh, don't start that 9 thing. You can do that when you're really good. You just sound like a lunatic when you're bad.
The Vikings had the 9 thing never happened, be like, oh, well, JJ, technically his rookie year, whatever, like you give him a pass. No, the whole 9 thing, now the whole league is clowning him.
I hated him so much as a draft prospect.
Yeah.
I mean, I railed on him, and there were J.J. McCarthy apologists who were like, oh, he's going to show you. And you know what's funny? They lost my number. Like, I haven't heard from one of them in months. I did. Well, this is my favorite stat. Welch, actually, that called earlier. He sent me this stat earlier. Do you know what scoreagami is?
Oh, yeah.
So have we ever had an NFL score that ended on this score?
Yeah.
There's one for quarterbacks called QB-gami.
Yeah, I just recently saw that on Twitter.
So Max Brosmer yesterday, who was filling in for J.J. McCarthy, 19 of 30, 126 yards, 4 interceptions. Have we ever had a quarterback in the NFL have that exact stat line?
Please don't tell me it was J.J. McCarthy.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Nope. It happened one time.
Right.
It was in 1950, and it was a quarterback named Tommy Thompson.
Oh.
I'm going to give you 2 trivia facts about Tommy Thompson. One, he missed 3 years as he was fighting in World War II.
Oh, okay.
2, he was legally blind in one eye. He had one eye, and he had the same stat line as Max Brosmer. And without those are the only 2 things about him I know. He could have been a pterodactyl for all I know. Right. I would take him over Max Brosmer right now.
Yeah.
NFL career, I will say Tommy Thompson greater than Max Brosmer. I don't think the Chicago Bears are great at anything. I don't think they're a great defensive team. I think they have good weapons.
Yeah.
But even with the weapons, you're 12 games into the season. You don't even have a 700-yard receiver right now.
Yeah.
The only guy on this team that has more than 3 touchdown catches is Rome Odunze. DJ Moore's at 3. Colston Loveland's at 3. The rest of the team combined has 7. 6. Math's hard. I don't think this is a great team.
Yeah.
I think this is a team that's going to dupe a lot of people going into the playoffs. And they're going to let you down when you get there. I don't think they're a bad team, but I don't think they're a great team either.
Yeah.
We go to the text line. We have a couple texts on the text line. First one's from Red Sea, who said, it's almost 8:30. Why is Drew Petzing still employed? I see that breath. Why is he still breathing? I don't know the answer to that. I did have a question, though. Do you think Dante Moore comes out this year? Been hearing Arizona has been to almost every Oregon game this year. I don't think Dante Moore is going to come out. But if there was a quarterback that surprises me, I will say it's him. Ty Simpson won't surprise me either way. Whether he comes back or it's not going to surprise me either way. Mendoza, I've heard for so long that he's going to come back that it will slightly, but not really. Dante Moore, I have a first-round grade on. I think if he comes out, he goes in the top 5. And his bust rate's probably 75%. I don't think he's ready. I hate seeing guys like that come into this league. They get thrust into the starting lineup way too early.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of times the second landing spot where you actually see what they can do. I hope Dante Moore does not come out. But he could. Gary Birch on our text line has said, as a Commanders fan, can't wait for you to team up with Logan Paulson for some scouting. That will be starting in the coming weeks. I do not have an exact date on that, but once it does start, it'll be like drinking from a fire hose. That being said, this team, talking about the Commanders, needs so much on defense. But the way you stop this offense is with man blitz. I think a route runner like Mekhi Lemon would fit well in the slot, and a young trio of Jaden Daniels, Josh Connerly, and Mekhi Lemon would be your offensive foundation. Also pick up Dominique Big Citrus Orange, which is without a doubt my favorite nickname in this draft class. And have I cannot say that. I am glad I read that to completion before I said it. But thank you, Gary, for that. Text line is still open. Still got time to get involved in the show. Text line's 864-777-9593 or call us 864-240-5480. I have one more spicy hot take for the week.
Okay.
And you kind of said it, and now we've danced around this. Cincinnati's still in it in the AFC North.
Oh, yeah.
Whether they should be or not. And I'm going to tell you, they shouldn't be.
No,
that is not a good football team.
No.
That defense is horrifically bad.
Yeah.
And they embarrassed the Baltimore Ravens on Thanksgiving night. How much of that game did you watch?
None.
You did better than I did. I watched more of it than I should have. I couldn't turn it off no matter how bad I wanted to. And all I could think was, as I'm watching this, Joe Burrow is so clearly better than what you're getting out of Aaron Rodgers and what you're getting out of Lamar Jackson right now, that it gives you a chance.
Yeah.
Even with as bad as Zach Taylor is, even as bad as that defense is, I don't really care. Because with a quarterback like that, you have a chance.
Yes. Yeah, and I mean, he's playing lights out right now, and it doesn't really – that's the thing about the Cincinnati Bengals, right, past couple of years, is they've been having to get into these shootouts. Well, I mean, you look at that division, and quite frankly, be honest with you, who are you getting in a shootout with? Lamar hasn't been great since he came off the injury. I don't know that he's fully healthy. You've got Aaron Rodgers in that defense or that offense that's stuck in 1970, still playing Chuck Noll's game plan, I guess. It's nah.
Well, that's because you decided to go the mustached one. Arthur Smith.
Arthur Smith. Yeah. Well, he forgot that Darnell Washington existed down there in the red zone and decided, hey, let's do a run here instead on 4th and 2.
Arthur Smith, if you told me I could have Darkwing Duck or Arthur Smith as my offensive coordinator, I'm taking the Duck. It's Fox Sports Upstate 104.9. We got one more segment this week in the overtime. He's Trey Falco. I'm Jeremy Greene. We'll close up shop right after this.
The only thing between you and your best self is the start button. This Cyber Monday, explore the world with Nordic Track. From the peaks of Peru to the streets of Paris, every workout moves you somewhere new with iFit trainers leading the way. The equipment's amazing, smooth, quiet, and those screens make it all feel real. Ready to start your next workout adventure with the #1 treadmill brand in the U.S.? Shop NordicTrack.com for Cyber Monday savings. Nordic Track. Train anywhere, explore everywhere. The world's best male ski racers are racing in the United States in December. The Steeple Birds of Prey hits Beaver Creek, Colorado, December 4th through 7th. Watch Olympic champions, World Cup winners, and your favorite Steeple U.S. ski team athletes tackle one of the toughest courses on the planet. Racing for glory and the chance to secure their place in the 2026 Olympics. Don't miss the NBC and CNBC coverage, December 7th and 8th.
Black Friday savings are here at the Home Depot, which means it's time to add new cordless power to your collection. Right now, when you buy a select battery kit from one of our top brands like Ryobi or Milwaukee, you'll get a select tool from that same brand for free. Click into one of our best deals of the season and stock up on tools for all your upcoming projects. Get Black Friday savings happening now at the Home Depot. Limit 1 per transaction. Exclusions apply. Full eligible tool list in-store and online.
The world needs Sesame Street. And right now, Sesame needs you. Donate today at sesame.org/iHeart. That's SESAME.org/iHeart.
Elmo loves you. Thanks for making a difference.
Hi, it's Matt from Call Dad, and I wanted to say a great big thanks for making Call Dad the fastest growing air repair company in the Carolinas. And since it is the holiday season for giving and rejoicing and having fun with family and friends, not to mention Mom's amazing sweet potato casserole, I'm sharing the gift of laughter. So, what's Santa's favorite potato chips? Kringle cut.
Maddie, tell my joke.
Okay, Mom, here's Mom's joke. Why did the gingerbread man go to the doctor?
Because he felt crummy.
Good one, Mom. And remember, if you need anything from us this holiday season, any day, any night, any time, we're on the way, because that's what Dad would say.
All you gotta do is call dad.com. License number 116276.
For contesting on the station, go to 1049foxsports.com/rules.
It's overtime here on 104.9 FM Fox Sports Upstate. I am at the NFL Draft Nerd, Jeremy Greene. He's Trey Falco, and Trey, as always, this is one of the highlights of my week.
Oh yeah, it's fun.
Get to listen to some good music with Trey. I did think that was Chris Cornell. It took me a minute to realize what song that was. I have a weird Chris Cornell story. I saw him like 36 hours before he died. He was in concert. I saw him. I then saw him backstage. Me and the guy I was with both went, that dude does not look good at all. And then the next time I heard his name was he had passed away. Crazy. He's my favorite singer of all time, too.
I believe it.
Scott Stapp, a very close, too.
Yeah.
And Cornell, not number one band because he was in like 7 of them.
Yeah.
It was a wild week, whether it was the NFL, you get the Carolina Panthers. The big win puts them right in the thick of the playoff race. We've got 5 full weeks of NFL action left. This is the last week of bye weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Carolina's on a bye this week. The others are the 2 teams playing right now, the Patriots and the Giants. By the way, our prognostication of the Giants covering the spread is not off to a great start as it's 17-0 New England Patriots at the start of quarter 2.
That happened quick.
In a hurry.
Yeah.
You also get the 49ers that are off this week.
Oh, okay.
We get conference championship football this week. You want to go through, pick a few winners just to very quickly?
S's and G's.
So we'll start with the smaller bowl games.
Okay.
North Texas, Tulane. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's a gut call for you.
Yeah, it's a very good call. Give me Tulane.
That's a well-coached team. North Texas scores a ton of points.
Yeah.
I'll take North Texas, but I don't feel great about it. We talked about BYU, Texas Tech. I am heavy on the Red Raiders. I think they will end up getting a bye. Yeah. I think they'll be a top 4 seed, and they're going to be really difficult to beat.
Yeah.
They don't score a ton of points, but they are hard to score on.
Give me Texas Tech, but I still think BYU covers.
In the last, let's see, this goes all the way back. I don't have a date on this game. It's their last 5 games. They've had 2 shutouts. They gave up 20 to Kansas State, 2 of which were late.
Yeah.
7 to BYU and 9 to UCF.
There's still a chance.
I know those are not great schools. They also held Utah to 10.
Yeah.
Houston to 11. They've allowed 20 points 2 times all year. They've allowed over 20 points 1 time all year. That is a really good defense.
Yeah.
That is the this does not tell me the sponsors. I'm going to say it's Dr. Pepper Big 12 Championship because that's what it's been for about 400 years. SEC Championship Saturday in Atlanta, Georgia at the Mercedes-Benz Dome. I will be there. Georgia, Alabama, Georgia minus 2.5.
Give me Georgia.
I think Georgia is a better team.
Yeah.
I don't know that they're going to win this. If they do, they get a bye.
Right,
if they don't, the seeding goes super cattywampus.
Yeah.
Indiana, Ohio State. Top 2 teams in the country.
Oh. I'm going to bet on Ohio State. Give me Ohio State.
I think Ohio State's the best team in the country. I have not seen them super challenged.
Yep.
Yes. And to me, this is the most interesting game. So we're going down. I will be back here Friday. So you will be able to hear us with – we're going to do some stuff with Rich. So you'll be able to hear Tank and myself. Tank Spencer, my radio partner. You'll get to meet him for the first time.
Yeah, that's cool.
That'll be a fun day. We're going to stop by here on the way to Atlanta.
Okay.
And then we're staying in Atlanta Friday and Saturday night. We're going to leave the Benz Dome on the hop to find somewhere to watch Ohio State, Indiana. Duke, Virginia in the Clown Bowl.
Give me Duke. I think it could be interesting. I like the chaos. I embrace it as well.
I'm an agent of chaos. The others don't matter to me all that much, but I do think James Madison will beat Troy and cover. They will get into the college football playoff. And a sneaky team that nobody's going to talk about, but they could throw a little layer in this too if Duke were to beat Virginia. Yeah. UNLV. Watch UNLV beat Boise State. They go 11-2 first year under Dan Mullen. He's Trey Falco. I'm Jeremy Greene. This is The Overtime. We're here every Monday, 7 o'clock. Next week, get your calls in. Call lines always open, so you can reach us there. You can also find us on all the social medias. At The Sportsocracy. You can find me on Twitter at The NFL Draft Nerd. We'll be doing a lot of stuff on socials this week.
Yeah.
We like the social media.
They're fun. Yeah.
Got some funny little trinkets from this past week. Tailgate lot in Mercedes-Benz. I did leave. This is how weird and superstitious I am. So I had a lucky penny in my pocket. I just found one heads up.
Okay.
I left it in the parking spot in Mercedes-Benz because we're parking in the same lot this week. I want to see if it's still there. If it's still there in my brain, that means Georgia's going to lose, and I get to taunt Tank on the radio and all the way home from Atlanta. I know it doesn't make any sense. I'm well aware of that. It doesn't matter. It makes sense to me. He's Trey Falco. I'm Jeremy Greene. We will see you right back here, 7 o'clock next week, next Monday on 104.9 FM, Fox Sports Upstate.
Nice newer car from the Gilstrap family dealerships.
And if you ever saw it, you would even say it
was an awesome deal for only $7 down.
All of the other reindeer used to have been called
his old ride names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any carpool games. Rudolph, with your credit not so bright, you won't be able to get a new sleigh tonight. But with my For the People credit approval process, you can get a nice newer sleigh today.
And how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee.
You went to the Gilstrap Family Dealerships where you can get a new Mitsubishi or any nice new ride you choose from our huge selection of certified pre-owned vehicles for only $7 down. The Gilstrap Family Dealerships. Ask about our exclusive Customers for Life program with a free lifetime powertrain warranty, oil changes, and more. Only at number 1 Mitsubishi and the Truck Farm. Come see us in Easley, Greenville, and Greer. Call today at 306-8785 or see all the deals online at the GilstrapFamilyDealerships.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Number 1 on your car radio pre